Alright, Shalom Israel. All praises, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And Shalom to the elect men doing his work in truth and in sincerity. I was just pondering on yesterday at camp. You had some bonehead that came up to the camp talking about basically, what about the other nations? What about the other nations? And it's crazy, even now, it's crazy even now when Jake getting a foot put in their ass and Esau showing their horns, you still worried about the other nations, man. Alright, the Lord don't give a fuck about these other nations, man. The Lord, alright, as I'm gonna get it actually. Alright, because when you go into the scriptures, what? Alright, I looked up the God of Israel, right? 201 instances in each, basically in many. It's in Exodus, all right, the book of Exodus, Joshua, the book of the law, the book of the laws, the books of the law, Salakia, Judges, First Samuel's, all right. So a lot of, all right, and let me see, just to further prove the point, First Kings, Second Kings, First Chronicles, basically. Let me see, Psalms. All right, so in many books throughout the Bible, at least, all right, it says 201 times. All right, many times it's read in what? The Lord God of Israel. All right, so when you coming up against brothers out there, out there speaking this word, all right, and you coming up against us, primarily one of the things, Salakia, when you come up against us, and one of the things being, you going against us when we say the Most High is only for Israel. All right, you don't understand what you're doing, man. All right, what you actually doing is you blaspheming the name of the Lord, man. Straight up, because it says, and we read, the Lord, which we know in the Hebrew, the Lord, if you look it up, is Yahweh. Then what? God of Israel. All right, so the Lord, Yahweh, God of Israel. All right. So we read the Bible, in which constantly speaks of the Lord God of Israel. How could you basically go against what we saying, man, when we say the Most High is only for Israel? But like I said, you don't understand what you're doing, man. You blaspheming the name of the Lord, man. Now, first, I want to get the etymology on the word blasphemy. This is early 13th century from Old French blasphemy, from late Latin blasphemia, from Greek blasphemia, a speaking ill and pious speech, a slander, from blasphemine, to speak evil of. Second elements is pheme, utterance, to speak or to tell, to say. First element, uncertain, perhaps related to blasphemos, hurtful. Alright? So basically what you're doing is you're speaking evil of the Lord, man. You're speaking evil of the Lord, man, by saying that the Most High is not a God of Israel. That's ludicrous to you. That doesn't even sound right. You're speaking evil of the Lord, man. Alright? Then, alright, if you go into the law, let me see, Salakia. You go into the law, right? In Leviticus 24:16, what does it say? And he that blasphemeth the name of the Lord, he shall surely be put to death, and all the congregation shall surely stone him. As well the stranger and he that is born in the land, when he blasphemeth the name of the Lord, shall be put to death. Alright? And there's many instances in the scriptures how people blaspheming the name of the Lord and he was put to death, man. Alright? It says right here, Leviticus 24:11, the Israelitish woman, son blasphemed the name of the Lord and cursed, and they brought him to Moses. Let me see, I'm gonna actually just get it. Let me see. The Israelitish woman, Leviticus 24:11. The Israelitish woman blasphemed the name of the Lord and cursed. Which you see, name of the Lord, it's all caps, Yahweh. And they brought him unto Moses, and his mother's name was Shelemith, the daughter of Dibri of the tribe of Dan, and they put him inward, and that the mind of the Lord might be shewed them. All right, so this is the mind of the Lord right here. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, bring forth him that have cursed without the camp, and let all that heard him lay their hands upon his head, and let the congregation stone him. All right, so this is the mind of the Lord right here, to stone this dude. All right, just for speaking ill of the Lord, man. And thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel, saying, whosoever curseth his God shall bear his sin. All right, so not just him, but whoever else does it is going to bear his same sin. All right, in which we seen that his sin got him killed, man, got him stoned. And he that blasphemeth the name of the Lord, he shall surely be put to death. And all the congregation shall certainly stone him, as well the strangers, as he that is born in the land. When he blasphemeth the name of the Lord, shall be put to death. All right, so when you're going against the Most High like that, well, you're going against the Most High, all right? When you're going against his name, man, all right? You speaking ill of his word, man, you're going to be put to death. All right? You're going to be put to death, man. And that's a fact. All right? I'm going to get another example in 1 Kings. 1 Kings 21. I'm going to just go from the top, because this is another good example of how this is another this is another example of how, I'm going to just read it actually. This is 1 Kings 21:1. And it came to pass after these things that Naboth the Jezreelite had a vineyard which is in Jezreel, hard by the palace of Ahab king of Samaria. And Ahab spake unto Naboth, saying, give me thy vineyard, that I may have it for a garden of herbs, because it is near unto my house, and I will give thee for a better vineyard than it. Or if it seem good to thee, I will give thee the worth of it in money. All right, so basically, King Ahab, was asking Naboth, to give me a vineyard. And Naboth said to Ahab, the Lord forbid me that I should give the inheritance of my fathers unto thee. And Ahab came into his house heavy and displeased because of the word which Naboth the Jezreelite had spoken to him. For he had said, I will not give thee the inheritance of my fathers. And he laid him down upon his bed, and turned away his face, and would eat no bread. But Jezebel his wife came to him, and said unto him, why is thy spirit so sad that thou eatest no bread? And he said unto her, because I spake unto Naboth the Jezreelite, and said unto him, give me thy vineyard for money, or else, if it please thee, I will give thee another vineyard for it. And he answered, I will not give thee my vineyard. And Jezebel his wife said unto him, dost thou now govern the kingdom of Israel? Arise and eat bread, and let thine heart be merry. I will give thee the vineyard of Naboth the Jezreelite. So she wrote letters, all right, and this also goes to show you, because, just from this point, you can see that, all right, King Ahab wanted Naboth's vineyard because it was close to his house. He liked it, and he was going to pay him for it. But Naboth couldn't give it to him, which made King Ahab sad. So at this time, he went home. He was sad because he couldn't get the vineyard. He really wanted it. Then he spoke with Jezebel. All right, and Jezebel was saying that, don't be sad because I will give thee thy vineyard. So right here, you can see that she about to do something wicked, man. Because here it is, the king. All right, here it is, the king. Wasn't able to take his vineyard because he's the king. He could have took it if he wanted. He could have took it, but then at the same time, the Most High, all right, didn't want him to. Didn't want Naboth to give it up. So he actually had a good reason, for not giving it up. But here it is, him consulting with his wife. All right, and him consulting with his wife. He's going off. And Jezebel his wife said unto him, dost thou now govern the kingdom of Israel? Arise and eat bread, and let thy heart be merry. I will give thee the vineyard of Naboth the Jezreelite. So she wrote letters in Ahab's name and sealed them with his seal, and sent the letters unto the elders and to the nobles that were in his city, dwelling with Naboth. And she wrote in the letters, saying, proclaim a fast, and set Naboth on high among the people, and set 2 men, sons of Belial, before him to bear witness against him, saying, thou didst blaspheme God and the king. And then carry him out and stone him, that he may die. All right. So here it is. He was actually justified in not. Naboth was actually justified in not giving up his land. It's not like he was going off by saying no, because the Lord didn't ordain it, man. All right. So his wife Jezebel, knowing that, she had to make up a false pretense. She had to make up a false pretense to have the people come up against him. All right. She had to make up a false pretense to have the people come up against him to kill him, man. She said, set 2 men, sons of Belial, to bear witness against him, saying, thou didst blaspheme God and the king, and then carry him out and stone him, that he may die. All right. And she knew that by the law, that if you blaspheme the Lord, you're going to surely be put to death, man. So being that she didn't have she didn't have any evidence to kill him, she had to make up some evidence, man. In which it was him blaspheming the name of the Lord, and it says that he may die. So she knew that he would die. In which case, In which case that would leave his land open for her husband, King Ahab. And then it's tons of examples in the scriptures, man. There's tons of examples in the scriptures of how our people just blaspheme, speak ill of the name of the Lord, man. Speak ill of the Lord, man. All right, and they're going to pay for that, man. They're going to pay for that. The apostles even bringing out how in John the 6th chapter, the Jews in the land, the Jews, they were speaking ill against Yahushua, because they thought he was speaking of cannibalism. When really he wasn't, man. He was speaking the truth, man. You gotta eat, you gotta eat his flesh, man. You gotta drink his blood, man, and basically walk his life, man. All right, to receive this truth, man. All right, so even they were speaking ill of the truth, man. They was blaspheming the name of the Lord. All right, so Lord willing, brothers edified. Shalom, Israel.